Big match going down at NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn is Baron Corbin going up against Samoa Joe. Baron Corbin is a guy that's been in WWE's NXT developmental program for a good long while. Got over basically wrestling a long series of really short matches, basically ending the match in less than 30 seconds. The crowd would chant it out, where basically normally the match would start. The opponent would run into a big boot from Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin would hit the end of days, get the 1, 2, 3, and next thing you know, be in the showers by the time it was over. Samoa Joe has come into WWE's NXT developmental program and really been, pumping out really great matches. Right off the bat, coming in, getting right in the face of Kevin Owens, going one-on-one against Kevin Owens at an NXT show, and he's really fit into being where they are. Of course, everybody knows the story of Joe being brought in to wrestle as a sort of like a special guest on shows. Next thing you know, Ring of Honor is moving to Destination America. They're talking about featuring Samoa Joe on Ring of Honor television, and WWE has to reach out and lock up Samoa Joe to a real deal where he's not able to wrestle on anybody else's TV. Since then, Joe has been wrestling more frequently. Even wrestled a jobber match tonight on the NXT show, which was the go-home show to the TakeOver special, where he beat a guy in just a matter of seconds before Baron Corbin came in and laid Joe out with the end of days. But this is basically where this feud really comes down to. Baron Corbin had been laying guys out week after week with the end of days. Basically laid out a challenge, standing over one of them one day, basically saying that when he hits his finisher, there's no one in NXT that's able to get up from this. Baron Corbin is a guy that has gone through a little bit of a change over, I think, since the last NXT TakeOver special. For the longest time, wrestling as a babyface, but with a little bit of a gray side. Eventually, just full-on turning heel around the time of the Philadelphia NXT. I guess it was a house show. Maybe they did put some of it on TV, but he wrestled against Tommy Dreamer, which was supposed to be Bubba Ray Dudley before he ended up doing the TNA show, and WWE had to pull out on him. But now Baron Corbin is coming in as a heel, and he's going to be going up against Samoa Joe. I don't think that Baron Corbin has ever lost. They don't really hype up his undefeated streak when I watch NXT, but I can't never think of him losing. I know that he had a feud against Bull Dempsey where he ended Bull Dempsey's undefeated streak, but I can never think of anybody getting a chance to actually beat him. I thought maybe Rhino what might have been his toughest competitor along the way, but I think that Baron Corbin sailed through the Rhino feud undefeated without taking a loss. But these two guys getting in there is going to be really good, and it's really going to show us what they're going to be doing with Samoa Joe in the foreseeable future in NXT. Is Joe going to be down there just as a big name that when you see him on the card or you see him wrestling on a show, you make sure that you tune in and you want to see it? Or maybe if NXT is coming to your town, you want to go out and you want to see Samoa Joe wrestle live. Is that the way they're going to treat him, or are they really pumping this guy up to move him over to the main roster? This could go either way. Like I said, Baron Corbin has never lost a match before. Samoa Joe, as far as being in WWE, has never lost as well. So somebody's got to win. In the end, I think, honestly, I would rather see Baron Corbin beat Samoa Joe. I think that would mean more to the NXT name brand of pumping out superstars to get them ready. Baron Corbin is nowhere near ready. I know when they were getting him ready to wrestle in the Bull Dempsey feud, they had him wrestling in longer matches where the crowd gave up on trying to count the finish out, and he just looked really lost and just didn't look like he really knew 100% what he was doing. Would I like to go into a dark alley with this guy? Hell no, he'd beat the shit out of me. And that's why I think I like him a little bit. So Baron Corbin to get the win over Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.